Sorry about that. Sorry, I lost you. Sorry about that. My phone battery went low. Welcome back. Welcome. Sorry, I lost you there. My battery went low. Okay, so the next on my things to speak about is mobile money. Museveni plans to ban mobile money for about 3 months. It has been brought to his attention that mobile money actually has more money stored than there is money in the treasury in Uganda. So he's going to come up with a plan around his swearing in time to try to lock up mobile money and claim that there's network issues and all this kinds of stuff, just so that he can use up all the money or take out all the money that anyone has in their mobile money accounts. This is obviously targeting the diaspora. I understand a lot of people store money on a mobile money account in Uganda and disperse them as they need or as they wish. And so be careful, those who have money in their mobile money accounts, because it is going to be frozen and taken away by Museveni. They are fearful of funding demonstrations during his swearing-in ceremony. And he feels like, with a lot of money in the hands of the wrong people or people that he doesn't trust or like, they can easily overpower him and take over his government. So mobile money will be closed, or they're planning to close mobile money transactions for a few months as they try to get back on their feet somehow. So if you do have money stored in your mobile money account, it's time to move things around. The next thing is they're planning a lot of reshuffles, abrupt reshuffles. They were supposed to happen this week, but obviously the war in Iran has caused a lot of destabilization. Museveni is super shaken. He really can't focus on matters that he wants to accomplish in Uganda just yet, because he's scared and worried about attacks on himself personally. So he's planning on making a few reshuffles in the government, security organs, and in the army this week. So maybe the coming week he's going to do those reshuffles. But Iran has paralyzed all of his activities and plans so far. So we'll wait and see when that happens. Museveni has warned UCC boss Nyombi Tembo. He has ordered him to shut down any media house that is going to publicize or publish a lot or consistently publish. Hello, Rookie. Any media house that's going to constantly publish what is happening in Iran is going to be shut down, as ordered by Museveni to Nyombi Tembo, because he doesn't want Ugandans to know and follow what's happening in Iran. He wants Ugandans to stay calm and stay uninformed of matters going on in Iran. But obviously he doesn't understand that we have social media at the tip of our fingers these days, that we can always get information and follow more than he can imagine. There's a new public relations order which has to do with anti-corruption. Like I said, Museveni is trying to clean up his name in the public eye and also internationally by this time trying to capture or catch all the criminals for crimes like corruption. So the anti-corruption courts are going to be very, very vigilant and more active than usual. Even the police that are going to be working on the roadside. So if they do they're going to stage activities such as trying to bribe certain policemen or people in public works or services, just for mere fact that he wants them captured in the public eye, in the media, so that he can use them to somebody's sharing. Yes, Eve. so that he can use them as examples of his efforts to try to curb or capture corruption amongst Ugandans, especially those working in public service. So there is a public relations order that he has passed, and he wants anybody who is caught doing anything that is corrupt to be arrested, including those in the police, the army, the ministry, traffic police, local government, anybody that will be caught. And they're going to stage a lot of these occurrences just so that he can be seen catching them, or so that people realize that, okay, he's now working or he's doing something about this corruption that is eating up every public service or public office. Yes, I saw somebody mention something about Iran. So apparently Museveni has a lot of businesses in Iran. He has some hotels in Iran, and he has done a lot of public military dealings with Iran, such as purchasing ammunitions. He also has taken some loans from the late Supreme Leader of Iran. So he has mixed reactions about being happy, about being free from paying those loans back, but also he's now worried that his ally is no more. So he does have a lot of money stashed in Iran. He does have some hotels in Iran. That's why there's some Ugandans who are working there. Thank you, Tinda. He does have steelworks companies and where they do make steel in Iran that are Museveni's personal businesses. So the war definitely has destabilized his income source from Iran, and also his ammunition source, but most so his ally that, he was hoping when things came down to getting him, he would be able to defend himself, or have his friends like China, Russia, and Iran defend him. So that's a big worry that he has. Museveni has sent, so during the M23 raid where they killed the executives of M23, the leader, Willie, and then the guy who, the other leader that was killed over there, and the one who was in Uganda and in Zambia, who actually the Museveni people managed to clear. The rest of the M23 that was still in that region melted amongst the people. They took off uniforms and melted into the Rwandese community in Congo. So they're still actively there, but now looking different. They're not showing up as M23 anymore. They're showing up as regular indigenous people in the area. They took their uniforms, they buried them and ran away and fitted in the community. So they're still actively there, but they're not as active as they used to be. Okay, so Museveni is still using them as weapons to try to accomplish his deals or his dealings in that region. He has given them poisonous weapons with toxins that he got from Russia, and he has given it to them because some of them now are posing as UPDF people. Many of the M23 that were blended into the communities are wearing UPDF uniforms, and they are deployed along the Uganda-Congo borders just so that they can protect and try to defend Museveni if something does happen. So be careful, those who are living in those areas. When you see strange UPDF people in UPDF uniform, they may not actually be on our side or on your side as Ugandans. They are now M23 but wearing UPDF uniforms. Kagame, the president of Rwanda, is not living in his country. As you people know, there's a lot of heat on Kagame from the Western world, especially after he broke the treaty that he signed, the deal that he signed with President Trump at the White House with Tshisekedi. Kagame lied to the U.S. that the Secretary of State, or State Department, that the M23 were not, that he did not know the M23 and they were not from Rwanda. But obviously, investigations and so many other activities were able to point M23 to Kagame directly and to Rwanda as a country. So Kagame does not sleep in Rwanda anymore. He has been living in Uganda. He sleeps in Buziga or at Salim Saleh's home. Kagame, the president of Rwanda, does not sleep or live in Rwanda anymore. He does stay in Buziga or Salim Saleh's home in Uganda because of all the facts that have been uncovered about his relationships with M23. He believes he's a target. And it makes Museveni even more scared because Museveni says if they're looking for Kagame, it really does mean that they're looking for him because of their ties. You know, Museveni taught Kagame everything he knows. Museveni runs the government of Rwanda, basically, with the help of Kagame in that position. So Kagame has run because of the activities going on in Rwanda. It may be a good time for those that were opposition in Rwanda to see how they can take up space, because this man is fearing for his life. He's run away. He's staying in Uganda. It just might be time to change things around. All these countries will have to change government or leadership all at once. Suluhu, Kagame, which actually the report that was submitted by Robert Amsterdam to the Commonwealth includes the report from Tanzania, the elections, what happened, how many people were killed, the human rights violations, all of that. So all these three countries are feeling the heat, you know, and so it's a matter of time that either they'll pack and go, which obviously where they can go is becoming a problem, because when sanctions come down, they come down to treaties and alliances of different countries, like the Commonwealth countries. They can no longer accept people who have been sanctioned by their allegiances. You know, they can't. Like, let's say if Museveni has to run and he's looking to run to Angola, and Angola is a Commonwealth country, Angola cannot take him. If he's trying to go to Tanzania, and they basically just have to hand him over once they see him, you know. So the world is closing in, and they're feeling it, and they know it, and they're worried about it. And that's why Kagame sleeps in Buziga or Salim Saleh's home in Uganda. Okay. So as I mentioned, Ayatollah's death is bittersweet for Museveni. He fears that he's next. Obviously, that's something that we all know. It's in our minds. He knows it. He knows it. So what he wants to do is to disappear and go to Tanzania, and it's so that his family can say that he's in hospital or he's sick or whatever the case might be. And then later on, he wants his family to say that he's dead. Okay, so that he phases out of Ugandans' mind to say, oh, he was sick. It's only natural that he's likely dead. But that's what he wants his storyline to look like. He says that Ayatollah's was his old, yeah. So he says that he wants to disappear and have his family say that he's hospitalized, he's very sick. Then eventually he wants them to say, oh, Museveni is dead. He wants them to prepare a funeral and commence with every activity like it should be when somebody dies, so that he just goes away and disappears and goes to Tanzania and, you know, becomes whatever he wants to become. He's trying to survive sanctions or being killed like Ayatollah, the president or the supreme leader of Iran. That's what he's trying to do. He's very scared. His whole family is. He says that since the supreme leader of Iran was older than him, it means that he is next. And Natasha, his family is all scared. Everyone they're trying to stay together and stick together. In fact, Natasha has said she's no longer going to preach or go to church to preach. She's going to try to do this online. So if you see that they're not in the public eye, or like she's starting to preach online, it's because they're afraid that they can get picked up or could get hit from any angle. As you know, when these things come down, there is no warning. Although he thinks he has requested Russia and China to be able to tell him when it's 5 minutes to, or whatever the case may be, that he's next. Nobody really knows when these things happen. So things are tough, and they agree. They are blaming themselves for not having changed or given away power to somebody else, even if they would have worked from underground. the supreme leader of Iran was his Museveni's supporter. He also supports Kagame. He also supported M23. He also supported Suluhu. But now they have none. They have no support from this country, and that country is struggling by itself. So that means they're all on their own. He's only two friends that are still here that can help him, potentially are Russia and China. Abductions continue in Uganda. Seriously. There's information that Shamim's sister, I got this yesterday. You know how many people disappeared? Some people, we still don't know who picked them up or where they went, or have never been seen. Around the time of the elections, around January the 15th, before that, after that, during the elections, many people were abducted. Many of them disappeared. Till today, there are people who are afraid to report about losing their loved one, but also have lost people and have been expecting them to come back, and they're not able to come back. An example is Shamim Malende, Honorable Shamim Malende's sister. I understand there is a huge safe house at Katabi. It is an SFC torture chamber in Katabi, where, for example, Aisha Malende, who is the sister of Honorable Member of Parliament Shamim Malende of Kampala, her sister has been there since before the elections. She was abducted on suspicion of supporting or funding NUP. Until today, and several other people are in this huge torture chamber. So if you're looking for your loved one, the police does not have documentation. You know, LCs or anybody local will not have documentation. The places like these is where they're hiding these people. They're still torturing them. They're still abusing them. So anybody who is looking for Miss Aisha Malende, she is at Katabi SFC torture chambers, unfortunately. It's so sad. So another place where a lot of our people are who were taken, disappeared, killed, tortured, and dumped is a place on the express highway in Entebbe. It's a swampy area. I don't think I have a photo here. I'm going to add the picture in my on my Facebook page. But there's a place on Entebbe highway around the express highway. There's a swamp around Mpala, if anybody's familiar with that area. Many Ugandans who were killed whenever have been dumped there. They're unaccounted for. So people who are looking for their people, it's likely that they're in that place. I don't know how we will ever recover person to person who is where. I don't know. I don't know if DNA can do it. But we have a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. Can you imagine how many people have been dumped in this place? Anybody who is killed from anywhere is dumped around Mpala in the swamp. I got other information about a place in Kasese where square miles of land that is now owned by Mbadi, General Mbadi, square miles of land where people who used to own that land were all killed and buried on that land. Somebody has a video that is showing that, for example. So there's so many people who are missing, business owners who just disappeared, went away, never heard from, don't know where they are. They're probably buried in mass graves somewhere. Auma knows where the swamp is. It's crazy how these people are treating us. Thousands of those who died during torture are dumped in Mpala in the swamp. It is a huge swamp. The things these people have done, the things they've done, my goodness. In Kasese, on that land that's owned by Mbadi, General Mbadi, thousands of people buried in mass graves. Thousands. When they ask you for the land to sell and you say no, they kill you and bury you on that land. See, a woman knows where that land is, the swamp is. Thank you. I'm going to figure out a way somebody can get me a video of that location. But even then, how do we figure out who is there? How? It's really sad. Really, really sad. But they'll get what they deserve. I don't believe that the Muhoozi and Museveni people will go scotch-free. I have consolation that God is going to punish them. The reason why Museveni has lived up to his old age and is now witnessing possibly an entire lineage of his wiped out this planet is not a coincidence. I truly believe that that's what should come to him. In fact, I don't wish Museveni dead just yet. I would like for him to witness everybody gone first. All of his people gone first. And then him last. Because truly, so many mothers have not had their children come back. So many opposition in the prisons. Today they bring them to court. The judge doesn't show up. They are given another date. People like Eddie Mutwe. He has been back and forth at least 15 times to court. The justice system that never works. At least 15 times Eddie Mutwe is brought to court and back, to court and back, to court and back. There's no judgment. Okay? In the meantime, they're being punished. You know, they're being held for a crime they never committed. You know, some people are beaten to death. At some point, something's got to give. Truly, what Muhoozi has now, we hope will take him. Museveni might just bury all of his people, just like several people, like the mother of Sente, like the children of Bobby Wine's driver, the one who was shot in Arua, like several other people who have lost their lives and lost just in the names of Museveni trying to maintain power. Truly, truly, he's going to get what he deserves. And each and every one of you who works with him, all of you that work with Museveni, you are each going to serve what and get what you deserve on your own. People like Eweru, being Ugandan and all, it's absurd. But you will each get what you deserve. Each one of you. Next, Museveni has a lot of money in Kenya. And because of what is happening now, he's afraid that he could lose all of it. With the sanctions coming in and raining in, it means freezing assets. So he's scared that if they know that these assets are his, because some of the banks in Kenya have foreign companies. They are foreign banks or work with foreign banks. So because a lot of this money is in his name, yes, Alan, Chibalama's family, those children, oh my goodness. It's too sad. But we fight on and we lead on. And we won't stop. We won't stop until it's done. We won't. So anyways, he has a lot of money in Kenya. And he has spoken with President Ruto. and they've agreed that Ruto's daughter have all Museveni's funds transferred to her name. So all Museveni's assets and money in Kenya is going to be under Ruto's daughter's name. We don't have the names yet, but we will get what the name is and share it so that we are vigilant on that. And Museveni is trying to exit Uganda. In the next few days, he's going to try to get his cows to Tanzania. He's trying to use either helicopters or big trucks to move his cattle out of Uganda. He knows that something is coming at him, so we're very, very positive that somehow they're going to be driven out, either by liking or not. So you are going to see a lot of fleets of Fusos leaving Uganda, going into Tanzania, because it's trying to start transferring his assets. After that, he plans to have a coup d'etat. This is very high security information. Museveni is planning, with a few of his top officials, to start a coup d'etat so that when he takes his cows and transfers all of his assets to Tanzania, it is going to seem like the Singapore event where Obote went to Singapore and the generals were like, okay, now that you're out there, you're not coming back. Idi Amin took over. Something like that. So in the next few days, he's going to be transferring his cows. As you know, these Bachwezi cows are an asset to them, even though they stole those cows because they came with nothing. And all of a sudden, Ugandans lost all their cattle. And all of a sudden, the Rwandese have all this cattle. So he's going to start transferring his cattle out of Uganda into Tanzania to the land where he has his city or whatever. Yes, his cattle will not save him. Once he's done transferring that, there's high security intelligence that they want, people like Okiding want to set up a coup d'etat where they'll say, okay, Museveni, now that you're gone to Tanzania, stay, don't come back. The government is taking over power, the military is taking over power and all of that. Well, something they should know is that we have an elected president in Uganda. And even if the military try to do whatever they want to do, the elected president of Uganda is His Excellency Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. So whether the military try this coup d'etat or whatever the case might be, our president, who is the rightful president of Uganda, is His Excellency Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. Okay? So after transferring his cows, he's going to set up a coup d'etat. People like the Okidings know about it. They're likely the ones going to order this coup d'etat. A few other military high powers or executives are in this. They're informed and ready to act once Museveni has gone or gone to Tanzania, or when he goes there and says that he's sick or dead or whatever the case might be. But that's how Museveni plans an exit, because he knows that he's going to get hit and State House will get hit to try to get him. Okay? So I think that's all I have for today. It's been quite a bit. I've been away. Some things came up, but I plan on being more regular again. You know, everything that is said is not to scare anyone. Okay? If anything, it's supposed to give us hope. Everything that is planning, everything that is doing is to give us hope. As you know, Byabakama was denied a visa. He was trying to get a U.S. visa to try to exit the country before sanctions clamp. Somehow, with a system cleanse that is going on, people are going to start talking. People are going to get caught. The ones who are supposed to leave are going to leave, and the ones who are going to stay, who are supposed to stay, will stay. Our president is still working very hard. He's safe. He's doing whatever he can. And with all our support, let's stay strong. It is unfortunate that some of our members of parliament, Nupe members of parliament, have been hoodwinked by Museveni and his people. But I'm hopeful that whoever stays firm or stands firm will be awarded for his character with time. All those who are working for Museveni at this point. You can see from people like Anita Among, she did everything that Museveni wanted, including incriminating herself. It has come a time where Museveni doesn't want her anymore. And what's the resolution? To get her gone or killed or disappeared or poisoned. All of these options are good for anyone who is working for Museveni. They dictate your expiration. So whether you choose to do it now or you do it later, everything is going to fall into place like it should, as it should, including what's happening to them personally. What Muhoozi is going through right now is happening as it should. You know, they say karma comes to everyone, and they're no exception. In as much as they seemed and looked mighty, Museveni is the most fearful human being in Uganda as we speak. He's the most worried about what is coming to him, and he knows exactly what it looks like. After seeing Iran's collapse of the supreme leader, he has never been more fearful, and that should give us hope. In Uganda, we have never been this close. I want us all to stay faithful, stay strong, stay empowered, because it's coming. And we're going to do this. Uganda is finally going to change, have a change of government, give us peace, and serve Ugandans. Mother Uganda is going to serve Ugandans. We have a lot of wealth in Uganda. We have a lot of wealth. An example of wealth is that we have in the Bunyoro area. Lots of oil in Bunyoro, lots of gold in Congo, in Karamoja. You know, even if it's as simple as fish in different lakes. Some of the uniquest fish in the world is in Uganda. You know, the source of the Nile is in Uganda. We have a gem, and that's why these people want it. But it's time for us to take back Uganda, take back our country, enjoy Uganda. So I want you all to stay hopeful and keep working. Whatever you are doing, wherever you are, keep doing it. I won't stop. I'm with you. I want change for everyone. I want change for Uganda. I want peace in Uganda. I want us to enjoy a country also. Yes, Tinda, he's being punished by God. That is true. So I love you and leave you. I'll see you all tomorrow. Okay? Have a great rest of your morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. Lots of love. Thank you.